All right, let's get another check of that forecast because we're kind of back to what we saw a little bit earlier in the summer. We had a nice break though, Marielle.
Yeah, did you get rain at your place yesterday?
I did,
Yeah.
and I remember thinking, this is the most jolting experience ever. It's like I had spent years without rain. That's how I felt.
It's kind of what it feels like whenever you're not only dealing with the dry weather, but also the really hot conditions that we've had. And yesterday actually broke the 8th longest streak of dry weather at DFW Airport.
Wow.
Yeah, 48 days. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of those numbers. We picked up just under a quarter inch of rain, and this is at DFW specifically. There were other spots that did get more, especially east. But like I mentioned, this was the first measurable rain since July 16th. That ended up being 48 days, which is the longest, 8th longest on record. So definitely beneficial rainfall for us. And one thing that actually did happen yesterday was that we did still record our 48th triple-digit heat day. So now we are tied with 1956 for 5th on the years with the most 100-degree days. By the end of the 10-day, I'm thinking we could maybe be number 4 on that list. Here's a look at some of the rain in southeast Texas. So if you're heading in that direction or maybe have family coming in from that direction, this is the onshore breeze that we're seeing, some showers, scattered thunderstorms in and around southeast Texas into east Texas. This is from an area low that brought in rain yesterday, still bringing in a little wraparound moisture. But like I've mentioned all morning, this cloud cover is clearing from west to east, and we'll continue to see some of these scattered showers, maybe an isolated storm anywhere from Sherman, McKinney towards the east. A lot of this is actually already dwindling down. I can see a little rain still in Bonham and far northeastern portions of Collin County. Right now, temperature of 89 degrees at DFW Airport, but it feels like 96. That heat index will follow us all day because of the humidity that we're dealing with. It's elevated and it'll stay that way the rest of the week. The wind right now is out of the south at about 15 miles per hour, but it'll be anywhere between 15 to 20 miles per hour, gusting up to 30. Around noon, 92 degrees. I'm expecting about 100 degrees this afternoon. And this evening, about 97. That'll happen around 7. Rain coverage, only about 10% at this point, and that's mostly to the east. We will still have a high UV index. If you're heading out, if you're maybe heading to the lakes, the UV index will be at a 9 between now and about 3 this afternoon. Burn time 20 to 30 minutes depending on your skin type. And something else to consider when you're out and about, this one's getting me, the ragweed. It's at a high count, but also grass, elm at a high count, fungus at a low count, and that won't change until we see some more rain. It is drier across our western counties. That's where we find our triple digits, about 104 in Graham, 103 in Mineral Wells, right at 100 degrees for Dallas-Fort Worth, about 101 in Denton, 98 in McKinney, and in Terrell, about 96 in Greenville. So you see our northeastern counties likely only staying in the mid-90s because of the added cloud cover and the onshore rain helping East Texas stay in the mid-80s. This is where we have our rain coverage, of course, highest east of DFW. I'm not expecting much more rain after what we're seeing right now. And of course, because of our western counties just being dry, that elevated fire danger does continue. Right now, DFW Airport, 89 degrees, looking clear. Love Field at 88, looking clear. So this is what we're dealing with. Of course, that rain to the southeast. Otherwise, we're looking hot and dry. This is what we're going to be dealing with, a bridge of high pressure. And this is what's going to continue. It's going to kick up our temperatures Thursday and Friday. High pressure moves off to the west. It allows us to see a northwest flow. And I think that's the reason why we're going to see the potential for some rain, but that's going to hold off until Saturday or Sunday. That rain, though, will help us drop our temperatures from the triple digits only into the upper 90s to round out the weekend into early next week. I'm thinking we could even see mid-90s middle part of next week, Megan.
All right, Marielle, good to know. Thank you.